There is something else to do. There is a new release of Solus, but they've talked about Xfce. I'm interested, right? So we never leave ArcoLinux, we just go for VirtualBox. Xfce, they call it beta for whatever reason. And it's always interesting to have a look at this, right? Have a look, root, live, etc. There are commands that you can use again, like quiet and splash for sure. And this is another one, no mode set is certainly something that's used on many Linux distributions. So you can add these things, you can change this thing, you can type actually at the end, right? I would probably take the first, and then we install and we check for the sardi and the surfn icons. In the meantime, we look over the fence, right? Are there applications that we like? Are there things in here that we say, oh, that would be nice if we had that on ArcoLinux? And what do we know? This is something we recognize, and as an ISO developer, and maybe you want to be an ISO developer, then there is a course, ArcoLinuxISO.com, Carly, and ALCI. Those are all these ways of how do I create my own Linux distribution, right? Now I don't like this particular option, so by default it's off in ours. I want to have American English because you need to learn the keywords to Google, to DuckDuckGo, right? To find information, and it's not gonna work if you use your own language. I'm gonna go for Belgian. Oh, look at that, guys. Fix that. What do we get as choices? These are the choices for me. That's okay because I just want this, for example, but this is VirtualBox, so no swap for me. I need all my space for my packages. And let's do this. All right, so you can click here and then you can see some more info. You can click all the way you want. You can also go a little bit technical. No, you can't. It's not launched as debug, so we don't see anything. And then we go and have a look. So accessories, internet, Thunderbird, graphics, okay, multimedia, Office, LibreOffice as default, and there we go, right? And then the system. And as a developer, I want to have a look at calamares. So here, that's a little bit more technical, it's not needed. So normally you put your configuration in here. If it's not, it's going to be somewhere else. So user, there are the libraries to check out. And in here are calamares things. So modules, and you check those out, or they are in here and user share calamares here. That's the one. So here are modules. What is defined as configuration, and can we make this nice? Can we make this nice? First of all, Kate, that's better for my eyes. Show the lines. What I'd like to see is syntax, but I don't think that's available here. Anyway, so that's easier if it's colored, if the lines that are used, if they're colored, that's easier for me to check. But basically, this is what they've done to make it work. A quick glance. Mounting things, package chooser, LibreOffice. Well, when we can't choose anything, but it is there. And then EFI, boot, 1 GB. We've done that as well, quite recently actually. And in Excel we have 2 GB just to be safe. That's my system, right? That's the ISO builders system. That can't fail ever. Okay. What was that? Fonts. They're putting some text font. So 32 is actually quite big. So this one, I don't know what the password is, just guessing here, but you can see already that's 32, so that's rather big, daring big. How can I go back? There he is. So super F7, that's where he is. Super F6, F4, not super, sorry, control F7, and we're back. Some stuff that we remove at the end. Here we're gonna unpack everything. The squash file, it's an EMG, and the users and the welcome. So it requires 10 GB minimum, RAM 2 GB minimum. It's gonna check 1111, and later on get Solus. It's gonna check if storage is available, ROM is there, power, internet, root, and screen, and required as RAM and storage. Voila, so that's a quick look. Of course, that's fast, but there is information on ArcoLinuxISO.com, and we're gonna restart. And we are greeted by a nice screen, with a nice screen. And then we do this, we go to down here to the display, which can do much more. My dear friend, it can do as much as that. Voila. Keep this configuration and let's close. Voila. So this is your system in the future. You can actually use Xfce. You have to click on these things. Prefer that they, when I go over them, if it changes, it's all here. Panel, and then panel preferences. Go and have a look. What's all possible? We can lengthen the pixels a little bit smaller, a little bit bigger, right? You decide. It's your machine. Appearance, a little bit opacity. If you like that, in and out, enter, leave. If you both have the same, it's gonna be unnoticeable. Yes, and so on and so on and so on, right? What was I thinking? That's already that. Yeah, the panel, and then the properties, that's what I was thinking. So if you go for appearance, you can all do all these things. That's not it. That's not it either. Switch categories by hovering, right? That's something that's nice. It's faster, so you can immediately see what's in there. Just go over there, up, and well, clickitis I call it, right? We have to click a whole life. We're clicking, so the less clicking the better. Commands, voila. So just those are personal preferences. I'm sure you have your own personal preferences, and doesn't no disrespect intended to Solus whatsoever, right? It's just a user's preference. Now, Internet, Firefox, surfn, and let's have a look. Sardi is on SourceForge, and that's that. And surfn is on GitHub. Okay, so download and accept. Always click on files, never on the download button. Files is always correct. The other one is not always correct, so this one. And we check. Oh yeah, it's still busy. If you have problems downloading on SourceForge, look at all the possibilities, right? Japan, Brazil, gonna take me quite a while because I live in Belgium, right? But The Hague is probably best for me, Amsterdam. And it's coming from Sweden. Sweden always wins. It's very strange. Sweden is much further away by kilometers, but it is always winning on Arch, on Solus, and there you go. So let's extract everything. Extract here. Thank you. Extract here. Thank you. We don't need this anymore. Let's open up another one. So we have a source and a target, and Ctrl H. Here's the target, and that's the folder .icons. In here we have to put anything you find on the internet. Sardi icons, Ctrl A, Ctrl X, or just drag and drop. That's one, and surfn, Ctrl A and drag and drop. Not inside one of those, but next to it. That's it. We're ready to play. You go in here. Let's open up Tunar. These are very beautiful icons indeed. But life is what it is. I mean, from time to time you want to change it up. As simple as that. So that's Papyrus. It's on the ArcoLinux repo. We just do sudo pacman -s. And you have it. And here we start with the sardi icons. So they're all circular. Let's go for all applications. That's easy for me. In case it was not clear, I'm the developer of the sardi and the surfn icons, and everything looks good, right? Another way to check this is go for sardi flexible colora, or rather like this one. Let's see. No, that's the white one, and let's take this one. Everything should be blue now. If something stands out in color, then I know I don't have created an icon for it. So no, we're good, all good. And then last but not least, there are lots of surfn things. We'll go through the list of all the icons later. And surfn arc is here. Okay. Execute again. So there you go. Surfn breeze. There's also surfn, so we have these icons, but also colorful things. This is not normal. Surfn, papyrus. That's very strange. Femix black. Maybe wrong extraction. This is, however, PNG, and those are SVGs. So it might be that it reacts differently to the extensions. That might be the reason for it. I'll check it out later. And otherwise take, of course, something that works. So let's go through the whole lot. What we well, let's just go over it and see. And from time to time, let's click also on the menu, right? Sardi arc, gonna look like this. This is sardi, sardi colora. These names is because you can make scripts. This is orange, but there is a script, and there is 60 million colors to choose from. You change the orange to something else, and that's all explained on ericdupois.be. Sardi flat, another folder theme. This is coming from Evopop. Never seen the name anymore, so might be stopped, but we still have the folders. There's also a very nice little theme. It's all white. It's fun. Minimal. And there's another one that's quite minimal, and that's Sardi Mono Arc, which is all gray. And we do check if everything is gray except those guys. Thunar and all that, that's okay. And then what else? Mono arched, sardi mono, colora, mint gray. And I've made variations of these colors, so there are many more to be installed, but I leave that up to you. This is the default package. So this is the vertex, and remember here, this one has the same folder as that one. So I guess we did a wrong extract or something like that. Maybe too fast to copy paste, I don't know. Anyway, sardi colora is looking like this. This is definitely a nice folder, I think. I found to each his own personal taste, of course. This is what we get here. So love needs to be checked out. This is also one of my preferences. The yellow against black is beautiful. Since I'm mostly on a dark theme. Et voila. So let's finish the video here, and I'll check, I'll re-download everything and then do it again and see. All right, nothing to do for me anyway, so that's good news. And we've seen Solus and Xfce. All right, cheers.